into a god. The roper Ro-Usk poses, trying to contort itself into the statuesque form of Eridan. But, seeing as it looks like a stalagmite, it's having a tough time. Nevertheless, he persists. There is none like me. So immaculate in form, so beautiful, so pure and good of purpose. Just then, 2 Zolgaths carrying a bound deer come and place the deer in front of Rose. Slumps out of the statuesque form, says, "But even gods need to eat." And goes to devour the deer. It's really playing games, the Extinction Curse, and I and GM Graham. Joining me today are Brian, his Faith, the Tiefling Monk.
Well, I always wonder what ropers eat when there aren't adventurers around. I guess now I know.
Garrett is Fabian, the Catfolk Rogue.
Hello, hello.
Ross is O'Arshus, the Lizardfolk Swashbuckler.
Hello.
Other Ross is Edward Calder, the Half-Elf Summoner.
Good evening.
And Patrick is Horatio, the Half-Elf Wizard.
Does being upside down make it a variant?
Yeah, I can definitely never remember which way is which on this guy, but either way you shake it, either way you orient it, it is a roper, this stone-bodied looking monster that is apparently trying to pose as a statue, has revealed its true form, tentacles flailing out from it, this big wide mouth of sharp teeth opening and one central eye now glaring and pivoting back and forth between you all. As you now enter the Wellspring Tower proper, the next Aeon Tower that you need to visit to hopefully restore the Aeon Orbs at the top, restore the light of Eridan, and prevent the Extinction Curse from occurring and wiping out life as we know it. You've come forward and survived a minefield, an assault by 2 groups of Zolgaths, many of which carried alchemical bombs to harry you, and you've gone up the switchback path, come inside of this chamber. As a quick reminder on this chamber, it is a vaulted ceiling, 20 feet high overhead, and there's a small side passage going out down here about where Oarshisk is. But this roper doesn't seem keen on letting you pass, so I would like everyone to roll perception for initiative.
Maybe if we just asked it.
Do you know how to speak roper?
Ooh. Look like it went in. Oarshisk got popped you in there with a 35.
I knew what was going on. I saw it.
Yep. You're like, this statue. Up front and up close especially, you're like, it's very obvious this is not.
I rolled great, and then I saw what it rolled. And I'm sad.
Yep, so that's everybody. So yeah, it is first to go. It was kind of lurking out, hiding from you all. It has its tentacles out, so it's going to see you all, and it is going to yep, it can do this. It can definitely do this.
Yes, it can.
It is going to lash a tentacle at all of you.
Yep.
Every single one of you. These 6 tentacles go flying out into the corridor, even where you are, Fabian, and go to try to snag you. So we'll just go from nearest to farthest along the hallway. So starting with Oarshisk. That's going to be a 30 to hit you.
Okay. 30 will hit.
Okay. The tentacle grabs onto you. When the tentacle grabs onto you, not only are you grabbed, you are also enfeebled 1.
Oof.
That's pretty bad.
Yep. So that goes on to Oarshisk. The flurry. Ta-da. Yep. Just to keep on doing this. Faith is the next one. 31 to hit you, Faith.
Yeah, that'll hit.
You are grabbed by the roper. Then on to Marion. Next. That'll be a 40 to hit Marion.
Ooh, yeah, that's a critical hit.
So I think
Restraint.
no, it's Nope. Just grabbed an enfeebled one. Yeah, there's no extra effects on critical hit on this. So, onto that. Horatio. Next is you. That's a 42 to hit you, Horatio.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That's my AC plus 17.
And then Edward. It's
Almost a super critical.
It's a 27 to hit you, Edward.
A 27. That's close enough that I have to check, and it hits.
Yeah. So it grabs you as well, and do you and your Eidolon share conditions?
No.
Depends on what the conditions are.
Yeah.
Okay, because you are also enfeebled. So if you and your Eidolon can be separately enfeebled, then
Yeah, we definitely can.
okay, then you're each enfeebled one. And then finally, Fabian. That'll be a 37 to hit you. Okay, great. The Roper comes and grabs onto all of you. These strands come out, and then, since that was one action, it is then going to use 2 actions to pull the strands, trying to rope all of you in closer toward it. So this will be against
Wanted to be.
each of your Fortitude DC. Give me 1 second. Yeah, do that. So Oartius, what's your Fortitude DC?
25.
25. Okay, you are roped in toward the Roper. Faith, what's yours?
26.
You're roped in. What is Marion's?
Marion's Fortitude DC is 27.
All right. Horatio?
25.
Oops. Edward?
Edwards is 27.
And Fabian. Your Fortitude DC.
Uh-oh.
We're all roped in.
What
Sorry.
was it? Sorry.
Cut out for a second, Fabian.
Sorry, 22. We're all roped in.
Yeah, so... Yep, it just goes, sends all the tentacles out, and then foists you all into this narrow corridor with it. That is now the end of its turn, Arshus.
Well, and it's backed up against a wall, right?
Yes.
Okay. So... I guess I should probably try to get out. I think it's probably bad if I'm grabbed by it. So we're gonna try an acrobatics to like wriggle out of the tentacles.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
So against its athletics DC, a 30 does not succeed.
Okay, so let that be a lesson to all of you. 30 is not enough.
30 is not enough. For this Roper, it has got its tentacle wrapped fully around you, draining some of your strength in the process and holding on to you tight.
Let's see. Do I have anything cool in my inventory? No, no bombs. I can't shove it. I mean, I could shove it, it doesn't do anything. I mean, I could try to grapple it back.
You can trip it.
Yeah, it's reflex. I don't know. Who knows how its reflex is? We're gonna try tripping it.
Okay. It is an attack action, so we'll get that
Yep.
in the second
Minus.
attack. Since it's reflex DC. Okay.
Oof, that's not gonna work.
At 20, no. You go to try and trip it, but it doesn't really have legs per se, so it's a difficult task to do.
I mean, I guess I just try to get out again and hope I get a crit. I'm not gonna succeed at anything. Yeah, I'm gonna try again with a minus
10.
10.
Mhm.
Is that even worth it? If I roll a 20, I get I have to crit. We'll see.
No. And can't get free. You can't escape again until your next turn. But moot point at this point. Yeah, you tried to struggle and like push and pull against it, but the roper has you tightly bound. Ratio.
Considering that I will fail an acrobatics check to escape on a 19, even though I'm trained in acrobatics, I am going to try to cast a spell. I'm going to make my flat check, my DC 5 flat check. I will succeed. I'm going to cast a spell that I'm very happy I prepared today, because it was between this and Dimensional Anchor, and I went with Freedom of Movement on myself, and I will use my third action to automatically escape.
Hey, look at that. The wizard does wizard shit and goes casting the spell. The tentacle just kind of magically loosens around you. The roper's like, what the fuck? And you are just suddenly no longer grabbed by it. Alright, and they attempt to escape. Automatically succeed. Okay, yep. It's not magical, it's just part of what the monster can do. So that's 3 actions? Yeah, because that was a 2 action, then an action to escape. Gotcha. But you are free of the roper's grasp. Edward, in point Horatio, you are still enfeebled.
I'm still enfeebled? Okay.
Yes.
Let me mark that on my sheet.
But Edward and Marion.
We are going to work together, act together, with Edward casting at 5th level. Well, let's flat check first.
Yep. You good?
Alright, that's a pass. Invoke Spirits.
Invoke Spirits. Approach the dead and rise to assault the living and deal mental damage, negative damage to each living creature in the area. 120 feet in for burst, so back where he is.
Like ghostly hands start reaching out of the floor and walls and grasp at the roper.
Oh, it's like at the end of Ghost when those things pull the bad guy down to hell.
Yep.
I haven't seen that movie.
But this time, it's a roper. Okay, so it has to make a will save, eh?
Yep.
Okay. So... it does succeed with a basic will save, so it's 4 reduced to 2 and 5 also reduced to 2 damage. Alright, so the roper seems to kind of look around at these ghostly hands and what the fuck is this? Okay, and then you can alright.
You can sustain it.
Yeah. And Marion will attack. At 23.
23 does not hit the roper.
Dang.
Goes off against its rocky exterior with the phantom elf blade.
And with our last action, we are going to inspire courage.
All right. You shout
So
out
everybody gets a +1.
Everybody, it's gonna be all right. As you're all, except for Horatio, now stuck in the tentacles. So that was that. On to Fabian.
Okay. Well, let's try to... I've got a chance to escape. Let's try to escape.
Sure.
See how
go
this goes.
for it.
What's that?
Oh!
Ooh.
That is a critical success on your escape. You do manage to worm your way using your little contortionist, foldy cat ways, and you can stride up to 5 feet as part of that action. You are not grabbed. You are still enfeebled, though.
Okay. It's too bad. We'll move over this way, and then... I want to get closer, so I guess I'll take 2 action. Let's try and... So if I move here and move one more time, can I try to... There's space over here. I didn't even see...
Yeah, you can move down to there.
I could theoretically attack from, like... Yeah,
Yes, I'll say
Turn.
you can get in the square past
Gets me in position.
Oarsis.
Or is that no good?
No, yeah, that's fine. If you want to get in the square past Oarsis, can then try to stab at it from afar. So it is like a second attack because you
Around the
attempted
corner.
to
Perfect.
escape on your first action.
I think it took me it took me all that to get there.
Oh, it took 2 actions.
Like
to...
it took all my movement to. Next turn I'll be able to start poking.
Was your move 25?
No,
or
I guess I
30?
could get. Oh no, I could move. Because I moved
Yeah.
over from the 5 feet. Okay, never mind. I can attack. So as a second, you say it counts as like the second you said. So
yeah, second attack.
we'll
is
try to
the
poke.
Escape action is an attack. 22 is not quite enough. You do manage to get out and away from it and go to stab around the corner, but the Roper has a thick, rocky exterior. So no dice. So on to Faith now.
I'm also gonna try to escape. I'm gonna do a unarmed attack as my escape,
Sure.
and I'm gonna get a +1 from Inspired Courage,
Hey.
right?
I think so.
I believe so.
It's an attack roll,
yeah.
so
But
it didn't help.
a 23 is not enough. You struggle against the tentacle holding you there, and it does not release you.
Okay. I'll try again. So I'll get a +1. 30 doesn't succeed.
30 is
You
not
know that.
enough to escape. But it just clamps back around you.
I guess I'll try for the natural 20. Third action.
No.
Nope.
Super not. All right, you struggle against the tentacle of faith, but it wraps tighter around you. Back to the Roper. The Roper sees 2 lovely meals right in front of it. I could have done this to Fabian. I'll just save that for later. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm gonna roll a D2. On a 1, it's gonna eat Marion. On a 2, it eats Oartius. 1d2. 1, Marion! Alright, Marion, you are close enough. You are grabbed by this. The ghostly form gets just the tentacle, pulling it into like this whirling blender of sharp teeth and trying to just, food processor Marion into the Roper. So you'll take 3 Jaws attacks from that. You are flat-footed from being grabbed, so this will be against your flat-footed AC. The first one is a 39 to hit. That might be a crit, I'm thinking.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a crit.
Okay. So that is going to be 38 points of piercing damage. And that's the first attack. The second one is going to be only a 19 to hit, so I don't think
That's a miss.
Yeah, so the next one manages like, oh shit, kind of realizes as you both take the lacerations over your body from the sharpened teeth. And then the final attack will be a 23 to hit your flat-footed AC.
And that is a miss.
Ah, all right. So one just nasty bite, and all of you kind of like, kind of are a little shocked by that, as this Roper has very sharp teeth and likes to eat. But then that is its 3 actions. So Orcius, come to you.
Okay, we're gonna try again. A little twisty, squirmy. How about a 33?
A 33 is sufficient to escape. So you do manage to escape, still enfeebled 1, but you're, the Roper momentarily loses focus on the tentacle on you because it's eating Marion.
Trip again. Athletics against reflex.
Okay.
Minus.
22 is insufficient for a trip attempt. You go to push against it now that you're not, grabbed by it, but still it's got a wide base.
What are the rules for tumble through? Let's see.
Well, that's a place to go through too.
You can try to move through the space of one enemy.
Using climb, fly, swim, or another action instead of stride. So
No, it
there-
is 20 feet up.
Yeah, there
Or
is
the
space
ceiling.
up the
That's
wall
true.
behind it. If you wanted to try and jump, like, do some parkour, run around the alcove, and then end up climbing, around behind it.
Or just like go through the square on the ground that it's in, climbing to get like above it. So we're gonna try tumbling through. It's a single climb action.
Okay, so go ahead and do tumble through versus its reflex DC.
Acrobatics.
A 22, unfortunately, is
I rolled a
insufficient.
3.
You're
so
kind of like
whatever.
feeling drained from the tentacle. Ugh. So you're trying to get up on one side, but then the roper shifts to one end and kind of blocks off the opening where you're hoping to get a purchase for your foot. And unsuccessfully on top of
Get
it.
there, but not right now.
Interesting.
move
rules
action.
interaction here. On a failure on a tumble through, it says your movement ends and you trigger reactions as if you had moved out of the square you started in.
So I
Well,
take opportunity attacks if it's opportunity.
It
attack.
happens to have a reaction. It's going to send a tentacle at you. You go to try and get that and sees that, like its eye shifts over to Arshisk and whoosh, goes to lash out at you. So that's going to be 28 to hit your armor class, Arshisk.
Yeah, that will hit me.
Once more, you are grabbed, and on this second grab, it increases your enfeebled condition by 1, so you're now enfeebled 2.
Okay.
And you're back where you started at the beginning of the turn.
Get worse off, actually.
It's worse. Now it's worse. Ratio, onto you.
Well, it pulled me 5, 10, 15 feet, so I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna move 15 feet back. Even being able to escape for free, the action economy is kind of brutal because I still have to use an action to escape, and then it can pull me. So this thing, I can get away from it for free, and this thing's still scary. I'm gonna zap it.
Alrighty.
But
Makes
I
a
moved out to the
reflex
maximum
save.
range.
It does succeed. You send your electricity coursing down the hallway. As it goes, you see its rocky body on this successful saving throw completely negate the electricity and course it into the ground and ground it. It seems it is resistant to lightning.
Okay, different spell next time. That's my turn.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Edward.
Okay, we are going to inspire courage once again.
Look, it's gonna be okay, guys.
We're
What does
going.
Inspire Courage do?
It is a +1. I'll just click it.
Post that shit.
It is a +1 status roll to, or it's a +1 status bonus to all attack rolls, and saves against fear effects. With our second action, Marion is going to try to. He's going to try to attack it.
Alright.
It's a 33 good enough.
Phantom
to
Elf
hit.
Blade goes and strikes against the roper for 12 slashing damage.
Nice.
Carving off a little piece of it.
Edward
First-
will sustain the Invoke Spirits.
Okay. It will make another will save. And it will critically succeed.
Dang.
So these spirits are rasping at the rocky body, but they don't seem to find any purchase or take any rocky bits off.
And with our last action, Edward will recall knowledge using occultism.
All right. So, let's see here. Edward. Occultism. I think that is enough. It is indeed. So, Edward, with your varied and, shady past, have heard about, monsters and strange things going about, and probably one too many bar stories about people going into deep caves and being ambushed by these horrible things that seem to come out of the cave walls. They are these terrible large aberrations. They do have like a malevolent intelligence about them. They are apparently resistant to electricity, as you all found out recently. They tend to send their strands out, stick it to people, and rope them in, thus being called ropers, to be munched upon. But something that comes to your mind, and I'll let you, with part of this action, call out to the rest of the team, is the story that goes around of spelunkers who have encountered these before, is that they are weak to fire. These things do not like to be burned.
Please tell me you have some fire spells today, Patrick.
I might have a single fireball. I have a single fireball.
Ooh, that's gonna get all of us.
I don't do much.
Yeah. And on top of that, they have
even
a
think I
small
know
resistance to
petroleum.
magic. So they
Okay.
are somewhat hardy against magic, but fire, and apparently you can sever these tentacles. It is possible to try to cut the tentacles. So
Alright.
that is what your recall knowledge reveals. So that is Edward. Moving on to Fabian.
Okay, well, let's try to feint him from around the corner.
All right. Perception against its perception DC at 29 is not quite enough. The one eye tracks you and sees like this cat may be a problem because he's not grabbed.
This is an annoyingly. He is an annoying. Okay. Damn. Try to poke him. Oh, damn.
22 is an insufficient poke.
Lots of
Then,
wars
I'll-
tonight.
I will just add the
Plus
ones from the
Fire
Spire and let's
Now that 33 in that case will be sufficient. That will do 12 points of piercing damage. You see that
13
eye.
points of piercing damage.
13 points of piercing damage. You go and stab at it and kind of
Anticlimactic.
poke near the eye, like, and it's annoyed at you. It's annoyed at you, Fabian. As that's Fabian's 3 actions. On to Faith.
Okay. First action, I'm gonna try to cast a spell, so I'm gonna roll a d20.
Flat check. No!
Will you lose the spell?
Fuck, I
Doesn't
lose the spell.
happen. It is lost. You try to like do something, but then the tentacles wrap tighter around you and like, fuck! Ah.
Fuck. Man. Crap. I'm running out of things to do.
Hold on. That was for your Wild Wind stance, right?
No.
Okay.
But that is somatic anyways.
Oh, it is somatic? Okay.
Yeah.
It's any
It's a somatic spell.
manipulate action.
Crap. I'm just gonna try to escape again.
Aight.
I don't have a penalty. Haha, 34!
34 is sufficient to escape. So, yep, you are no longer grabbed.
I'm still where I am.
Yes.
It's a good place to be, though. I don't actually want to be here, but... God damn it. I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna cast Wild Wind Stance again, using my last focus point. So that is somatic.
Okay.
It has a reaction.
Well, it already used
I
that reaction.
already used
I
reaction.
Figured
Okay,
that's my job to trigger all the reactions.
Yep.
but I am out of actions, so
Yep, so you kind of, little wind goes and brushes against the deer carcass on the floor near you. little head lolling a little bit to the side as the wind comes out. This is the different thing with the wings, right? It's not
Yeah.
where your wings come out. Okay.
It's not the wings, but it's the thing with the wind.
It's the
This is
wind.
the airbending stuff, not the
You summon air.
not the flying stuff.
All right. Back to the roper. Let's see. Marion's been the one who kind of. Well, Fabian did stab it last. Let's send a strand at Fabian. Let's do that because you're being a naughty kitty. So that's a 32 to hit you, Fabian.
Will hit.
Okay. So you are grabbed once more, and increases your enfeebled condition by 1, so you're now enfeebled 2. And then we'll probably spare a bite for each of you. We'll do 1 bite against Fabian and 1 bite against Marion. So we'll do the bite against Fabian first. That's a 25 to hit your flat-footed AC, Fabian.
For me? Sorry.
Yes.
Yep, that'll hit.
25 against your flat-footed AC, so you are hit for 17 points of piercing damage as it munches into the foldy cat flesh. Then finally against Marion with last action, it goes and gets a 28 to hit Marion's flat-footed AC.
That hits.
All right, that is going to be 26 more points of piercing damage. As it goes to devour the party it has in its tentacly grasp. Alarcius, gone to you.
So apparently we can target the tentacles.
Yes.
Can I target this tentacle?
Yeah, you could target a tentacle that's next to you. It's grabbing someone else.
I will target, even though all of the airline, videos say, put your
Help
mask on
yourself
first,
Yeah.
before other people.
Not following their advice. It turns out okay for you.
We're gonna attack that one adjacent to me.
All right, you attack the one on Marion.
+1.
Mm-hmm.
27.
So 27. You do go and swipe against it. However, the damage seems to be insufficient to fully sever it. It kind of gives this cut on it, but then it moves and extends the tentacle so that another part of it, the wounded part, kind of goes out of your reach, and another part of it extends. So you do hit it, but there has to be a certain kind of damage threshold.
I don't know if I can consistently get there without.
I mean, you did roll minimum damage on that one.
Oh,
actually, no, you didn't because you did one before.
A 5 on 2d6. Not great, but
Yeah.
But about average. I can't just sit there wasting average when only a good attack. Well, I don't know.
Well, it's still taking the damage though, right?
No.
it seems that the body of the roper seems unaffected.
So you have I don't do enough damage to be able to do without panache, and I can't get panache until
until it can stop being grabbed.
Well, I could try to trip it while I'm grabbed or grapple it back, but I have a feeling its fortitude DC might be pretty tough to beat. So we're gonna try a little slippery twist to try to wrench out.
Alright.
Nope. That's not a critical failure, right?
Is not.
Okay.
No. Try to escape from the horrible roper.
I can't attack it. I can't escape. I can't grapple it. I can't shove it. I can't trip it. I mean.
It reminds me of fighting that statue in the last dungeon.
Every dungeon's got one just completely fucks with the party monster.
I mean, I guess I'm just trying to attack it again. I'll try to attack the tentacle on me, I suppose, this time.
Okay.
No, that was -10 to 27.
Okay, so 27.
You know, claws are agile,
Yeah.
They
so
are.
it'd be -8.
So
So
29.
9.
Did he get the +1?
Plus 30.
30. It's the +1 to damage too, so 11 slashing damage.
Yes.
Every little bit counts.
Same thing where you hit the tentacle against you, but it's just a little too tough to get your claws all the way through to sever it. And it will do the same thing and move that tentacle around, so you're not going to hit the same part twice.
That's my turn.
All right, Varsha's still stuck tight against the horrible monster. Horatio,
Fireball the party.
just end it all. this just
I'll
blow
be.
everything out.
I mean, some of us
You know,
have really good
if,
reflexes.
if I had
and some of us have
prepared
evasion.
resist energy at 4th level, that's exactly what I would do, but I don't have it at 4th level. I have it at
The
2nd
fire
or
and
3rd.
cast fireball.
I would put it on 2 people, and then the
Protect
next round.
everybody.
Whoa. Wow, that's like 6th level to do everybody.
You could delay.
I mean,
So Edward,
Edward could unsummon and then we get hit.
so Edward is grabbed. He looks bad. Oarshus is grabbed. He looks. How bad does Oarshus look?
Fine, I haven't been hit yet.
Varsha's
Okay.
fine now.
Fabian's okay.
Faven looks super weak, right? You're double enfeebled.
Oh yeah, we're
I'm
enfeebled.
double.
But we're not
Yeah,
like
we're not dying. We're just weak.
But it does a lot of damage. I mean, it really.
it's like 30 damage. 25.
Ignore one attack. So keep that in mind. It is the attack that brings us to 0, but it's still
Yeah.
an attack.
But then we would lose Marion for the fight. So like that'd be bad for the action economy. If you had to do
So, who should I freedom of movement? I guess is what I'm thinking.
that. Arasha.
Yeah, probably.
Not you. Not our healer.
Oh, because you're still grabbed.
Faith isn't grabbed.
I'm not
Although
grabbed
if she's
yet.
grabbed and next to somebody, she can still.
I can heal everyone except you right now.
And like Fabian also kind of probably won't get away without it. So I will drain bonded
don't
item
do it to me. I'm fine. Like I'll live.
for freedom of movement, and then I will first action reach spell, second and third action freedom of movement on Fabian.
Oh, thank you. 3.
Huzzah.
You do have to take an action to get free, but it could be your third
Yeah, but-
action. It could be after an attack.
You just auto succeed at escaping.
Yep. All right, Horatio weaves magic back and forth through the corridor to send the freedom of movement spell upon Fabian. And then we come to Edward.
All right. Since we know that it's intelligent, we're going to try and demoralize it.
Oh! Oh! Critical demoralize!
Now it is frightened 2.
Frightened 2! Alright,
Oh,
you
yes!
look over, and with both the look of Marianne and Edward, the colder, evil eye courses in to stare against the one eye of the roper, who kind of like. He's a little panicked and a little freaked out and frightened too.
All right. With our second action, we are going to inspire courage and Baron's gonna try and hit them.
All right.
Dang, that's not good.
1, even with the AC -2,
We just keep
is not quite enough.
rolling the
Kind of
single
recoils
digits.
a little bit from the very intimidating glare.
And with our last action, we are going to sustain the
Hands.
invoke spirits. That's what it's called.
Okay. Fighting is checks and DCs, so I don't think that's saves, right?
Saves or checks.
Yeah, saves
Saves
are
are checks.
checks.
All right. So in that case, it will fail. Not
Nice.
So, but 6 mental and 6 negative damage. As the hands now begin to come up. Now it's in kind of a freaky spot. It's not a little less sure about its circumstance. So that was Edward and Marion. On to Fabian.
Excellent. Okay, well let's be free.
No. Get that
Fiddly.
sweet sneak attack damage first.
Yeah,
Because
attack.
escape is an attack action.
Even if
Yeah.
you automatically succeed, it's still
Got it,
an
got it,
attack
got it.
action.
Thank you.
You're
Then
about to-
let's use that, and I'll add my +1 inspiration to this.
Yeah.
So I'll actually add it really quick, and then no, +10. Then okay, so here's the attack. Come on, please hit.
Yes, 32 will
Okay.
hit. You do hit a frightened target.
Sneak attack, and then
All right, 13 points of damage.
I'm gonna let go a fireball at some point. Maybe I should be not in the way. Said fireball.
It's a
I'm
fireball.
probably not going to fireball.
Yeah, because that
Well,
means
no.
we all have to stay away from it, right?
Oh, well, then
I mean, if-
I'm just
Which is impossible.
If everybody
I'm
can
gonna-
get away from it, but then we're already winning the fight, so
no worries.
and it's
Then
probably
I'm
not
just
worth a
gonna,
fireball.
gonna continue to attack it since it's frightened and
All right.
vulnerable.
Go to stab it once more.
Because it is frightened
is
and
frightened
flat-footed.
too, and flat-footed because of your feet. Yes, that will hit. So the cold iron rapier strikes again. So 3 plus your sneak attack.
Nice.
8 is
Ooh.
11 more
Nice.
points of damage. You stab into this rapier again. The rapier going through its rocky hide.
You're dead. Fabian's dead next turn.
Oh yeah. Well, now do I want to be free or do I want to?
You want to be free.
I'll be free.
Because
Okay,
then it
I'll
has
be
to
free.
spend an attack action to grab you again. So it's
Okay.
also wasting. It's also burning up its action economy.
And it's
How
a
are you?
penalty.
But if-
How are you doing for hit points? I can't see your.
I'm on
cheat at
top
all.
of him.
I'm good.
Well,
I'm
I
not-
think. Okay. Oh,
There you go.
okay. Yeah, you're fine. I can't
thrashing.
see you or either Ushrik, so you have to tell me if you're done.
No, I'm fine.
All right, so
I'll let you know.
Fabian escapes via magic. Faith, we're now on to you.
Okay. So when I do a flurry of blows, the damage stacks for resistances. Does it also stack for overcoming damage thresholds to free somebody? I'm asking for a friend.
Um,
It doesn't say that, right?
well,
It just says for
Yeah,
attack.
if you
It doesn't
want
say
to-
that, but
if you want to do a flurry of blows and have all that damage from flurry of blows, assuming it hits, count toward trying to free and sever the tentacle, you can try that. You are trying to punch a tentacle off. I won't
Okay.
say that much.
Slicing air, though.
okay. I'm not gonna try it then.
You are trying
I don't like how the
punch
DM
a
said
tentacle
that.
so hard that it just like severs like that, which I don't know, seems a little difficult.
So maybe like
Proper
resistance
Have
to
you
bludgeoning and
seen
weakness to slashing.
Princess
or something.
Mononoke? All I need to do is get my
Sure.
arm cursed by a demon, and I can shoot people's heads off with
Yes,
an arrow.
No, I will. If you have an arrow, I will allow you to shoot someone's head off. But
If you impact at an
Okay.
angle, you can tear.
Fine.
Just clean.
I will just aim for the main body of the roper.
All right.
I'm gonna use the right button though. I'm gonna add a 1. I'm gonna add a 1.
Wind crash.
24.
24 is not quite enough, even with -2 from being frightened.
Add a 1. Add a 1.
Neither.
How about 23?
It's a 23. Wind crash. Wind crash.
Okay.
Roper stands steady.
Keep going. 29. That actually went up.
29, yes, is a hit. So 11
Okay.
points of bludgeoning damage from that.
And final action, I'll battle medicine. No. Yeah, I'm gonna battle medicine Marion.
Alright.
He's right there.
Heal the
Do
ghostly form.
DC 20. DC 20 treat wounds.
Fist close.
I got 32, so that's a critical size. You get 36 hit points.
You know,
Nice.
it just occurred to me that they have the same pool of hit points but different treat battle medicine cooldowns.
Yes,
Yes, that is true.
That's cheating.
that does seem like hacks, but
You're...
We'll have to remember that. That can be tweeted twice as often.
we are
5
technically
minutes.
2 different creatures, which means it's the same creature twice, and we can be battle medicine twice.
You can also
Well-
both make perception checks and all that kind of stuff, right? And take
Yeah,
a
that's
higher of
cheating.
2.
So who should I eat now? I'm thinking the guy who can be battle medicine twice. Seems
Yeah,
like
according-
a easy target.
According to the rules, the Roper knows that Marion and Edward are a 2-for-1 deal.
That's true.
He sees Edward
is
back
true.
there and extolling people to keep fighting on, and you can do this. Also gave him the stink eye, so it's like, is afraid of the two of you, and just lashing out in fear is gonna do 3 bites against Marion. He's gonna,
All right.
gonna try to eat you. So the first one, taking a -2 to these from being frightened, will be a 26 to hit Marion.
26, because we are flat-footed, does hit.
Yeah. So that's going to be 23 points of piercing damage. The next attack will be 27 to hit. Going down by 1 against Marion.
27?
27
Higher,
all hits.
right?
Yeah.
27 hits. Okay.
It was
26 numbers go up. That's going to be 29 points of piercing damage on the second hit. Just blender of teeth. And then the final one, also against Marion, that will only be a 19 though, so probably miss.
Okay, that definitely misses.
Okay, and then his frightened condition goes down to 1. So he's a little less scared after chewing through Marion's ghostly form. Tastes like marshmallows. Oarshisk.
Escape.
You can do it. I believe in you.
No. Escape. Again.
do it again.
Nope.
No, and that's a
Escape
20
a third time.
Hang on, a 27 is a critical failure.
Oh, I can't escape. Raise shield. That's my turn.
You're trying to wiggle out, and you're like, oh, this sucks. And you are stuck there. On to Horatio.
We have to do a minimum amount of damage to break somebody away. How much?
I think I did
Oarshisk, you-
11 and it didn't do anything.
11. So the max on Ray of Frost is 16. So that doesn't look great. I'll just Ray of Frost the Roper. Did we get Inspire Courage this
Yeah.
round?
I
Okay.
think so.
+1. Am I gonna hit?
It goes and hits a little too high. You know, his head's a triangle, so just kind of hits kind of to the side. So
So I will then cast shield.
All right,
Sure.
going on the defensive a little bit here. Then on to Edward.
Oh, I should have done. Can I take that back? Can I recall knowledge instead? Instead of shield.
Sure. Edward seems to have succeeded on their recall knowledge check and kind of pulled.
Maybe
everybody-
there's more to know. I don't know.
If you want to, see how you do compared to your cousin.
I'll take a call to
Ratio. No. In fact, you're pretty sure Edward is dead wrong about all of this. That no, they love fire. They like,
This is a sheep.
they bask they bask in the fire. They live in molten lava. No, you're completely wrong.
Good thing I don't have any of those spells.
Then on. Oh, sorry. Now we're on to Edward.
All right. First thing, we're going to inspire courage. Second thing, we are going to sustain that invoke spirits.
All right. Make its will save. So it will succeed. So that's 1 mental and 3 negative.
All right. And for our last action, we are going to protect companion, which is like shield, but for a companion, or Eidolon. And Marion is going to attack. With a 30 to hit.
A 30 shall hit. 13 points of slashing damage. The elf blade sinks once more into the roper. Okay. Is that Edward's go?
It is our go.
On Fabian.
Okay, let's just start
Still
trying
frightened.
to keep killing this thing.
Yep. So you're
Yeah,
still,
so let's take advantage of that. So this one is not... Yeah, the first
28
hit.
shall hit.
Goodness.
Full advantage of its fighting condition. Since it's treated as flat-footed. 3 plus 8, so 11 more points of damage.
Did you add the +1 for that?
The damage.
Oh yeah, +1 damage.
Did not add the +1 on this one.
1 more point of damage.
And then and then just in case there's
With the knife. Taylor,
And
persistent
then-
bleed damage equal to 2, so 2 persistent bleed damage. Bleeding.
and for my last, I will the +1 to this to try to. We can
Again.
do.
30 will hit. That last one, get a sneak attack on that as well.
Add the +1s where relevant.
So
And that is my
14 points of damage. With that, Fabian sticking it closer and closer to the eye, you get one good jab off to the side of the socket, and it cries out, and it is now bloodied. Alright, so that was Fabian onto Faith.
I'm just going to attack it. I'm going to keep doing my windy strikes. I'm still inspired. Still can't roll above a 4.
He's not going to do it.
27.
27. It's a -1 for you, right? So
Yeah.
27 is not going to hit. Just barely misses to the side of the
Second
Reaper.
attack. Wait. I noticed that Marion's at 46. do you want some healing again? Because apparently I can battle medicine you.
I would love
medicine
some.
Edward.
I would love some.
Use
Okay.
the hacks. Use the cheat code.
I will use the cheat code. I'm gonna move back to here and battle medicine. The second colder.
Alright.
Same button.
Hang on a second. Hang on one moment. You
For sure.
did move away from it.
I did.
Oh.
So it's going to use a reactive lash against
Rude.
a creature within the reach of its strands. So it goes to rope over toward you and gets a critical roper strand attack. Does
You
no
can't move.
damage, but
So I was here.
Leaves a square, makes a strand attack.
So-
Yep, so you are grab there.
Here? Because
Uh,
as you said, as it leaves the square. So as it left
Okay.
that square, ended up in the square. Because I can't be in the square that I left.
Stop. It depends.
This will matter. This is worth a look-see.
It's like I was gonna step. I'm like, oh, we probably already used his reaction. I don't have to worry about that.
I think it's reactions are generally after, with the exception of attack of opportunity, which kind of has to do the crit thing.
This
But-
isn't an attack of opportunity. That's not the named ability of this. It is a reaction though. So let's see. Reactions.
You know what? While we're looking this up, I'm gonna be right back.
Go for it. Return to the action attention. Doesn't give me a lot of guidance on the rules for reactions. Yeah, it's in the name. It's a reaction. It's a response to something
Unless
you're doing.
It's a spell cast, which is one, and a reaction can interrupt the spell before it happens.
Yeah, as part of I feel like that's codified in the rules though. Like it mentions that this is something that happens on the reaction. This doesn't mention the ability that it's just within reach of the roper strand leaves a square during a move action it's using. You've left the square, and then as a reaction to leaving the square, I send a strand at you. So we'll say that you leave this square, get to that square, and this is where the roper does indeed grab you and increases your enfeebled condition by 1.
Extra enfeebled.
Yes.
Alright, but
Then you're still within reach of Edward, so we can use the battle medicine check. The 31 critical success, 27 points of healing onto Edward/Marion.
27.
yeah.
Oh boy.
I did worse on the crit.
Yeah.
Can I take the success? Can I just downgrade it? Get the 28?
No.
No.
Because I'm a hard ass DM. You get 27 points of healing, not 28.
Well, you wouldn't know it if since it didn't make 3 rolls at once, right? Because of the
Right.
macro.
Okay.
I rolled a 2 with 2, a 2 and 3, 3 and a 4.
So, back to its turn, because that was a...
Yeah, that was the end of my turn.
Move, and then the battle medicine. Back to its go. Fabian keeps poking me a lot. Does it understand the magic affecting him?
It can use make an Arcana check to recall knowledge to understand my spell.
It could use any magical description that has, right? It doesn't have to be Arcana. It has to be.
No,
intelligent.
it would be Arcana because my spells only have the arcane trait.
Because our characters wouldn't have to make Arcana checks to understand that the monster keeps escaping automatically.
At the same time, it probably gets that there's some weird, funky magic going on in it, and Fabian escaped easily.
But maybe its magic system is because it doesn't understand magic. It just doesn't.
Yeah,
believe
just
in that
how stupid are ropers?
They're not that stupid. They're just.
I mean.
So it is going to send a tentacle at Fabian. It's going to do that. Even though it's a 36, I think per the where to go. The spell. Freedom of movement.
Yeah, I think he can still be grabbed.
Yeah, I think he gets a free escape.
He just gets away
The target
automatically.
ignores effects that give him a circumstance penalty to speed.
And grabbed isn't really a circumstance.
Yeah,
That
per
prevents
the
you from making
rules,
move actions.
it's not a circumstance penalty to speed. It is a circumstance that affects your speed, but
Oh, but it's like Ray of
C
Frost.
circumstance penalty.
yeah, it gives a circumstance penalty to speed. Yeah, it's something that allows you to escape easily, but you can still be grabbed once more. So 36, I believe, hits you, Fabian.
Yeah, that'll hit me.
Once more you are grabbed, your enfeebled condition increases by 1.
Or into the
So-
breach.
Yep. So
Like-
are you enfeebled 3 now, Fabian? Or 2?
Old man.
So Fabian feeling the weakness, then the Roper is going to eat you, Fabian. Going to nom 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 nom. Just go to devour you. So the attack is a 30 against your flat-footed. Sorry, a 29 versus your flat-footed AC.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, take 19 points of piercing damage. And then one more bite attack against you. But that'll be a critical failure probably. That'll be a 15 versus your flat-footed AC, which I don't think hits.
I'm safe.
So that's the
That one.
end of its turn. Its frightened condition goes down by 1. It takes 2 whole points of bleeding damage and tries for that flat check to not be bleeding anymore. And nope, still bleeding. So we're on to Arshus.
We're gonna try Trip.
I believe in you. You can do
Athletic.
it. Believe. You figured it out. You finally were like, I know what to do. You take the top of the roper and push as hard as you can, and the triangle goes and tips over on one side. So you see the underside of the roper, which is a thing most people don't get to see.
Like you.
It is just like tiny little cilia and tentacles everywhere because it has to grasp on to the ceiling for a long period of time. So it's all these suction cups and little tiny tentacles just. But the roper is indeed prone.
Okay, good. I'm just gonna attack it, I guess.
All right, it's on the ground. Get him.
Nope.
Claw at it on the ground, but it's rolling around a little bit. It's a cone, actually, so you know it kind of rolls on the a little bit.
I'll try it again. Why not? Right?
Sure.
We can hope for a crit.
Yeah. No,
Nope,
the opposite.
I didn't get a crit.
It's a crit.
It's,
I mean, you got a kind of crit.
You're just freaked out by the little suction cups in the butt of this roper.
I'm still trying to fight around the tentacle.
Man, it's a rough time. It's a rough time. Horatio.
I'm gonna try and Ray of Frost it again.
It's flat-footed. 34 will hit for 17 points of damage. You hit it right in the underside, and so all these little suction cups just pucker up, and all the tentacles retreat as the Ray of Frost strikes against its sensitive areas.
I guess I'll shield third action.
All right, shield comes up. All right, then we're on to Edvard.
Okay, with our first action, Marion is going to try to demoralize it.
Because you're a different creature.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
doesn't.
it's my turn.
It can't see. Like, it's got knocked over on its back, so
Yeah.
the eye's like facing up. So you can't see Marion.
And Marion's gonna continue sustaining invoke spirits.
So now the hands are like grasping up closer to where its eye is. It makes a will save. And succeeds. So 3 and 3, 6 points of damage.
Alright, and Edward is going to do the boost Eidolon,
Boost.
and Marion's going to turn that into an attack.
Alright, it's flat-footed. Yeah, that 38 will be a critical hit because it is flat-footed. Marion takes over, reaches over, and stabs down into the eye. So is that already with the boost damage included?
That is not with the boost damage included. That's
So 4 to
six-
that 12?
that's right.
So that's a total of 24 points of damage. Oh, fuck, Marion.
16
no.
doubled is 32,
Oh.
But it's also
no.
deadly D8.
and it's also deadly D8.
32.
So 40 slashing damage. If it is a critical.
It is indeed. So what did I say before? I just did.
You said 24.
It's 40.
I don't know how you got 24.
So I didn't treat it as a critical hit. So okay. Yes, you come up and just the elf blade sinks in, partially cutting into the eye and ripping out some of the rocky flesh against the wall. You see it is freaking the fuck out at this point. It is just unhappy with everything that's going on. All right, is that your go, Edward?
That's it. Yeah.
All right, Fabian.
No more
Okay.
inspire current.
No inspired.
It's okay. Just to remember, if they're prone, they're not necessarily flat-footed, are they?
Yeah, you are.
Oh, excellent.
Prone,
In that
you're
case,
flat-footed.
in that case, let's just stab the crap out of this thing. That's probably no
23 is not quite enough, unfortunately. You go and it's
Ugh.
rolling around, screaming out in pain as the elf blade sinks into its eye.
I'm so enfeebled. It's not helping the situation.
26.
Flat-footed?
Even flat-footed, 26 isn't
Oh.
enough.
I'll free myself for my last action if I still have that free of
You
movement.
get free from the freedom of movement.
Oh, so
Faith.
disappointing. So,
I'm grabbed. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing my wind strikes
Okay.
because this doesn't seem to affect those in any way. The enfeebled does. Am I inspired?
No. And
I am anti-inspired apparently.
It's a little puff of air.
For my second action, I'm gonna try to escape. That would be with a -8 penalty. Haha! But I
Ah.
do
you
it
get
anyway.
hit with didn't you get hit with the freedom of movement though?
Oh, did I?
Faith didn't, no. Fabian did.
Oh,
Fabian
okay.
has it.
All right.
But that is a critical success on the escape, so you can move 5 feet as part of that.
Gonna move closer. Is Fabian still doing okay?
I'm like halfway doing okay.
Did I battle medicine you last battle? I think I did, right?
Yes, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you did.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go down a little bit lower before I use my once a day extra
Okay.
one.
It is the Roper's turn.
I have
Also-
another action.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that.
Shit. Never mind. It's Faith's turn, so.
I'm gonna try to punch the roper just for that. Haha! I got another crit.
Hey! Point.
You take 20 points of damage.
20 points of bludgeoning damage. Wind strike right up the butt of the Roper. It is looking terrible after all that. It's
Now it can go.
now okay.
And I forgot about the enfeebled condition, so this roper has 2 more hit points than previously reckoned.
2 more hit points. All right, that helps so much. All right, so it's back to its turn. On its turn, it will use the suction of the cups that are on the ground to stand up.
That invokes 2 attacks of opportunity
Oh
if I
no, Marion has a
do
2.
Would you like to go first?
I would love to, thank you.
After you.
Hold on, Boost
Gotta
Eidolon is
Get so polite.
duration of 1 round, which is until the start of my next turn, so it gets the extra damage.
Yep.
A 28.
It does stand up first, so
It does stand up first.
It's not flat-footed, which means a 28 will miss. Just barely. It stands up and the elf blade goes to one side, but Awarshiska's there with the claw.
We'll see.
And a 30 is sufficient. So you have panache at this point?
Tried the trip.
Oh yeah, you did the trip. Well, 13 points of damage is exactly what it had. So it
Yeah.
looks at the elf blade, goes to avoid it coming up here, but as it comes standing back upright, it goes straight into the claws. And as you withdraw your claws, gore and viscera dripping from them, the tentacles all hit the ground one after the other, and the roper is no more.
Oh,
That was
that
pretty
was
awesome.
unexpected.
For besting the roper, you each get 60 experience points.
So much.
I blew 2 4th level spells on a low encounter. Or a 4th level spell and a class feature.
Some of the adrenaline comes
Live.
out of you in this
That's
moment. You
I hope there's not more of those.
begin to wonder and are wary about what might lurk in the Wellspring Tower. Looking about, there's the altar. From this distance, you can definitely see there's some things kind of sequestered behind the pedestal where the roper was sitting on top of trying to be a statue. And that
Well,
would be-
let's just go ahead and have a look there.
All right, take a little look-see.
I'm gonna do some healing.
Is it wearing any armor?
I'll do
It
some
is not.
Fabian healing. And that was a failure. Sorry. I'm not rolling good today.
Oh, alrighty. 8 points of damage. That risk of surgery. Bam! Just immediately after the rope. You were caught up in the tentacles for so long, Faith. This is just kind of out of frustration. You just smack. Oh shit! I didn't actually heal you. I'm sorry. Looking behind the altar, you all find a veritable treasure trove. There are 5 aquamarines worth 80 gold each, a diamond worth 500 gold, and a steel flask worth 20. And kind of smelling and looking around it, looking at the engraving on the flask of these little wings, it contains a standard potion of flying, which that allows somebody to fly for 1 whole hour.
One.
Cool.
An hour? Wow.
Yes, it is the standard level of it. So
Oh,
That's like...
a long time.
is that like
Yeah.
how high do you have to height and fly? That's a 7th level spell right there.
good potion. Pity the roper didn't use it.
Oh, God.
Fabian
Flying rope.
takes it again. I know we keep
No,
giving
I would
Fabian.
say somebody who can do ranged attacks and be useful at range. Fabian's not very useful at
Because
range.
Horatio has fly, and Marion can fly, and Faith can fly.
Edward can't fly though.
That's true. Edward cannot fly.
He's very good at ranged stuff.
Yeah, I think
On the other hand, if we find something that's flying, we're gonna need Fabian some way to get somebody for Fabian to get up there, and he doesn't have a fly speed or a climb speed.
give it to Ararsisk because tripping flying creatures causes them to
Doesn't
fall.
Yeah, that's true. Also, Oarshus hasn't taken a lot of loot.
Just do like crouching dragon hidden what is that? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like bicycle kick on the way up.
They go pummeling to the ground. Alrighty, you acquire some treasure. Fabian, you look and you see that
Oh, are we still enfeebled?
you are indeed still enfeebled.
I don't like that.
Do you have? Can you treat that?
I can treat
Yeah,
some
50.
conditions. No, these are poison.
Hmm.
There was another one though, wasn't there? Advanced first aid. Frightened or sickened. Nope, I don't have the one that lets me treat enfeebled.
Enfeebled.
It's
No matter how
it's
hard
a,
I
it's a
punch you.
medic feat. I didn't realize that. Okay, 4th level medic feat.
Oh, treat condition.
Treat condition.
Quickly does enfeebled like wear off on its own? Does it take? Is it like a
Depends.
long rest? Oh, okay.
It depends on what it gives it to you. It could be
Uh,
24 hours.
We'll find out. I think is the answer.
It could
I'd
be a week.
Well,
It's not
Probably
one
not a
of the
week.
ones that it's not like drained that has a every time you sleep or something built in. So it's whatever the monster says, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you look outside. It's a little past midday at this point, getting into the afternoon.
Well, Fabian and Edward
Okay, I'll
look
try
mediocre.
Fabian again. Didn't go so well last time, but there we go.
Yeah. So net 55 hit points.
Graham, I'm going to put this little star on myself so we both remember that I have sea invisibility.
Okay. Good to know.
And then I'll do Marion / Edward. I doesn't really matter because I can handle recovery, but I can do it twice as often. Ooh, another crit.
Hey.
Wait, isn't that just a regular success if you did DC 30?
Oh,
So 33 and not 52?
yeah. I clicked the wrong button. Oh well. Yeah, it was 33 hit points.
Oh, did you mean to do the DC 20?
No. No, I meant the risky surgery.
Oh. I mean,
Oh well.
I can treat my wounds a little bit while Faith was dealing with Fabian in the first place too.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and hit myself with DC 20, I think. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. And either way, I'm going to take 10
Oh,
minutes to
no.
refocus.
All right.
But it's okay because I have continual recovery. So while Faith is refocusing, I can try again.
Hey, look at that.
we like continual recovery.
There
Hey!
we go. Critical success.
And yep, critical success. So that's for an expert, that's a lot. I forgot how first aid works.
It's either DC 20 or DC 15.
20.
Right, I was doing the 20, so
So it's 4d8 plus 10.
yeah, 48 plus 10. Okay.
If you have the medic
So is it 52?
archetype, it's 15.
Got it. I don't. I'm up to almost full health.
Close enough.
Alrighty. You all take some time here, refocusing and patching up your wounds amongst the corpse of the roper and the deer there. Oartius, I still assume the light spell shines from your shield.
Sure, yeah.
Bring the buckler up and revealing the passageway beyond, a set of stairs that are going up.
Up?
Do the stairs go up or down?
Up.
They go up.
'Cause we want them.
All right.
You ascend up the tower.
I do a little peek.
All right.
Little peek-see.
Okay. Oartius. The steep stair exits into another wide corridor with a 20-foot vaulted ceiling. The ancient masonry is worn and countless holes riddle the mortar. And you see a little hallway here, and you see it continue on down at the very end here.
How clean is it?
Not super
Not-
clean, a little dusty, a little,
Not gelatinous cube clean.
Exactly.
you know what that looks like, so. All right, you ping on Detect Magic, Horatio, and from your current vantage point, nothing seems to register to you.
I'm just gonna do that every few seconds.
Sure.
Maybe there's traps.
I'll peek. Just more hallways.
And you know what?
Oh,
Oartius.
Okay.
About as you get there and round
Okay.
about to see where this is, there's a clicking sound. There's this
I
kind
see.
of whir. And then from the little holes in the mortar, there's and these darts come launching out of the holes there. So apparently there's some kind of trap. However, it is not magical.
Mechanical trap.
I
Foiled again.
Yep. It will get a reaction, but then I want everyone to go ahead and roll. For this, I'll say you can either roll perception or I'll let you roll acrobatics for initiative if you want, because this is suddenly something happening and you're trying to dodge out of the way. But
this is a complex trap.
uh-huh. It sure is, buddy. So we'll do this. We'll do this test of strength, more of a test of agility, but whatever. So do that. Ooh. We missing. Washington.
I think I forgot to click my
That's all
token.
good. You got a 39. Okay. So before initiative, it does get a reaction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to roll some dice here. So Oartisk, Edward, and Faith. Each of you has a dart suddenly flung in your direction. So we'll go against Oartisk first. That is a 45 to hit you, Oartisk.
I think that'll hit me. I think that
Okay.
might also be a crit.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting thing. So in that case, since I'm having to double both the piercing and the acid damage from this acid dart that comes out of a hole in the wall and sinks deep into your flesh, that's going to be 24 piercing and 44 acid damage. So 68
68.
points of damage
Okay.
to you.
I take out my calculator.
So the acid dart comes into your flesh. Next up is Edward.
Ouch.
So, Edward, that's going to be a
That hurt.
31 to hit you.
A 31 will hit me.
Okay. So you take 7 piercing and 17 acid damage. So a total of 24.
I have a reaction.
Oh. Can you use reactions before your first turn in an encounter?
It is up to the GM.
Why?
That's the rule.
Why? Tell me what to do in this scenario. It's on your turn.
What is the reaction?
I was looking.
Or
I
is
was
it
looking at the
surprise?
reaction rules earlier.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
it's-
your reaction? What you got?
It is called Dutiful Retaliation. And it's like the Paladin reaction, except it doesn't give any. It's only me, and it only doesn't attack. It does not give any damage reduction.
Okay. So
You could
does Marion want to try to hit the hole where the acid dart came out?
I mean, it's...
You can certainly try.
Yeah, can certainly try.
Go for it.
Does 32 hit?
A 32 does... The elf blade strikes against where the dart came out. And Marion, with ghostly supernatural senses, can see that there's something in there. There's something within the stonework. However, the blade isn't able to kind of jostle enough of the mortar and stone away to do any substantial damage. So that does hit, but it does not seem to pierce past the object's hardness.
Cool.
So that was against Edward, and then there's one more dart that goes out against Faith.
Yeah.
That's a 37 to hit you. Faith. Which I think
That's a
does.
crit, isn't it? No, it's not a crit. That's not a crit.
It is a crit because I am fatigued.
You're not fatigued though. You're enfeebled, right?
I'm also fatigued. I got a lot of stuff going on.
Wait, how did you get fatigued?
I messed with a ghost yesterday. I know it was like a month and a half ago,
You
but
messed.
it was yesterday.
What do you mean by
Yeah.
messed with a ghost?
That whole the bad ghost man.
Oh, that's
so-
right. The
Didn't
nightmares.
Old
go away
Kuru.
didn't go away when we slept?
We
Or
haven't-
did
we
it
haven't-
specifically not
If
go away?
you have
when we
multiple
slept?
levels of fatigue.
We haven't slept since then.
But that was yesterday. We went to the, I almost said hotel. We went to the tavern and we slept for the night.
It
It happened last night
when
when
I
we were
was
sleeping,
sleeping.
didn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So we haven't slept since I became fatigued because I woke up fatigued this morning.
Great.
That's what I was trying to say.
Stupid
Yeah.
ghost.
Yeah.
That fatigue, it gets you.
That fatigue will get you. So that's 18 piercing and 36 acid damage to you.
Minus 36.
Yep. But then, you all react to being shot by these acid darts. Awarshus, what do you do?
I mean, I guess the obvious first thing is like a perception check to try to figure out what's going on.
Sure.
Well, I stepped maybe on a pressure plate or a tripwire. Can I do like discern irregularities around me, ahead of me, somewhere first? I don't know.
So I'll make your perception check. Awarshus, you can definitely tell that something about this chamber, this corridor, has been altered in some way. It doesn't look to match up exactly. You can't 100% tell the true nature of this trap and what exactly it does, but you do notice that this whole hallway has been altered in some way.
Whole hallway has been altered. What does that mean? Gosh.
It's not
I could
magical.
test something. Yeah, it's not magical, right? So
Correct.
I can test something, but it could be really bad. Can I make a second perception check to try to discern where the holes in the wall are?
Sure. Certainly can. Awarshus, you do another glance around, but quickly trying to react and see if you can spot where they are. You do not spot them.
I see like 20 feet high.
Yes.
Surely they wouldn't put traps 20 feet high in the air to shoot darts around, right? I'm gonna try to climb 15 feet up this wall, kind of like a cat, jumping into the air when they get scared.
All right. Yep. You're climbing. So you look around and just kind of claws out, hanging onto the wall, vaulted up there. And Ours just hangs from the wall. Faith.
Did I also hear the click?
Yes. You all heard some click, and then the 3 darts came out. They had acid on them.
When Arasha climbed up the wall, did the plate that he was standing on click back into place? Did I hear another click? Or
difficult to say. You'd probably need a perception check as an action to kind of gather what's going on.
I will do that. Do you want to roll for me?
I will roll for you. Faith, you're trying to listen, and there's the sound of Awars's claws scraping against the stone, and you kind of get the same sense as Awars's did, that something's a little off about the corridor and the way the footsteps sound on the stone. You just don't pinpoint anything specifically, but you do get the same sense that there's something off about this corridor.
Okay, I can see on the map that this square and this square have less pockmarks in them than the other squares.
Mm-hmm. It seems that the holes in the mortar where those 3 darts just came out, and there's more pronounced in this chamber, more so than the small hallway you came up from, and what you can see from your current vantage point about where that other hallway continues on and then shoots off to the right.
This might be a bad idea, but oh well. I'm gonna jump forward. Yeah, actually I will leap to here.
Right, you kind of leap. Arch just jumps up on the wall, Faith jumps ahead, does a little jump. Okay, and you go,
that was
and you see
2 actions.
Yeah, the hallway kind of does a jog. It goes to the right, and then it goes to the north from your vantage point.
You still have
I still have 1 action. It's nothing I can do. It's nothing to punch. I guess I'm just gonna punch myself.
Yeah, heal, or you could do a perception check to try to look for something particular.
Instead of perception, can I do a thievery check and try and figure out how the trap works? Or how to disable the trap, I guess, is what I'm looking for.
I'll make a thievery check for you, Faith. Actually, that's not a secret check. Go ahead and make it yourself.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
I'm not inspired. Aha!
Ooh.
Okay.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
Out of the danger for a moment, you have a second to think, and you kind of go through your whole mind palace in the scenario of this whole hallway, and you kind of, the 3 came in there. There has to be a mechanism, and you kind of tell out, and you can, as part of the action, mention this to people, that there are 3 different mechanisms within the stone walls that are shooting out these darts. Now, it kind of dawns on you, for the trap to be able to shoot the 3 people that it did from the locations that they were after having traveled a certain distance in the hallway, essentially every single stone on this hallway's floor and within where the mechanisms that are shooting out these darts are had to have been touched and altered in some way. So the complexity of interlocking stone platforms that self-balance and self-actuate underneath there, it is a very complex trap, but jamming those stones together to disable the mechanisms that are shooting out the darts is possible.
Just to be clear, though, but it's not magical.
Correct.
It's very complicated mechanical.
It's just somebody invented a computer and then traveled back in time to install
there's gotta
it.
Be gears.
It has fuzzy
wires.
logic, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, there's an AI trap. But you could potentially use an action to jam the tubes.
Okay.
Yes, either with thievery or with crafting. There's a potential to either craft something to quickly jam a tube, or use some thievery tools or something to potentially jam it up. But that is your third action, Faith, as you inform your party that this trap can be disabled. Horatio.
I would like to. I was hoping you would say crafting would work. I would like to use a crafting check to disable this series of tubes.
Okay.
It's a series of tubes.
6 is not great for me.
Sound like you might want to hero point that? Or not?
20 more minutes. I'm not going to be... Sure. I could have just... It just occurred to me that I have assurance, so I could have assuranced it. Sure, I'll hero point it. What could possibly go wrong? That could happen.
That could happen. So no, you go to heroically put it, and you just jam your finger right into the stone. It hurts so bad that I'm going to say for this turn you take a -2 circumstance penalty to any further crafting checks.
Is it one action to try and disable it?
Yes.
So my other inclination is maybe we should just run through the hallway and tell the hallway to go fuck
I'll
itself.
say, Faith, with your check, you realize that it seems seemingly restricted to this larger hallway that everybody except for Faith is still in.
I mean, well, I guess technically Rush is still in it, but
Yeah.
but
still
the floor is lava, so he's
The
good.
floor is lava.
I will actually no. If it looks like I can make it that far, I will need to figure out what my. Oh, did I put in a thing for that? Hold on. I need to. I'm gonna do another crafting check with assurance, which means your -2 circumstance penalty can go to hell. But it's 10 plus proficiency bonus, which I think is 4 because I'm an expert. No, I'm a master.
Master.
So 10 plus
6 plus level.
6, so 15. So 25. 25.
So is it you roll, and then if you get lower than 25, or you just take 25?
I just take a 25.
Okay. You go, and with the second action, you get an appreciation of just how complicated this is. It's tubes that have enough mobility within the stone wall to kind of pivot around and shoot these darts out from a distance. So you can see that this is, very complicated machinery. You'll need an expert hand to try to deal with it. 25 is insufficient.
Need to roll it then. But I need to roll it next time because I'm going to walk out of this hallway.
I leave. All right, Horatio gets out of the hallway. Fabian.
Come up or disable. Take some piece of.
Trying a thievery check to disable it. I think I heard that part.
Thievery? Yeah. That.
A 31 is not quite enough. You go to try to jam up some of this mechanism, and you're noticing the same thing Horatio did of just how complicated this is.
Oh, well, then I'm moving on.
I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh, everyone's very.
We'll have to mark this as being trapped for when we come back.
Yeah, don't forget about this.
All right, Fabian.
Come over here,
goes,
Larson. It's
to
too
the
dark for me.
Darkened corner. Edward.
Do we need thieves' tools to try to disable it?
I'm gonna say no. Don't necessarily need thieves' tools to try and disable.
All right. So what we're gonna do is both Marion and Edward are going to try to stomp on the tiles to get them to stick.
All right.
That's not great.
That doesn't seem to do much. Might run into things.
And that's even worse.
And Marion super doesn't. Marion stubs his ghostly toe.
And I think that is as far as Edward can get currently, and with our last action, we're going to protect Companion,
All right.
giving Marion a +1 to AC.
No tandem movement.
No tandem movement. I took basic
That's
bardic
awesome.
spell casting instead.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, the trap continues to launch darts through the hallway. So, it... Yeah. See, here's the thing. Marion is the only one left on the floor in the hallway. So the darts align to the pressure that Marion is applying.
He's a ghost.
Does Marion apply any pressure because he's a ghost?
Well, he's corporeal. He's not incorporeal.
Semi-corporeal. He's not incorporeal.
I imagine you treat him like, unless the stat block says like exceptions for ghosts or whatever. I imagine you treat him as a normal.
I'm gonna
character.
say there's less pressure there on Marion. So we'll say that 2 darts do come toward Marion. That doesn't give not quite enough weight for all 3 of the mechanisms to align to shoot up where Marion is. But there's enough of a presence there, and the plates are sensitive enough to where 2 darts come shooting toward him.
Sure.
So the first one is a 43 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that's a critical hit.
Okay. So that's 20 piercing and 30 acid damage. 1 dart strikes for 50 points of damage. And then the second one is going to be a 27 to hit.
Because of Protect Companion, that will miss.
The magic of Edward covers over Marion, and the other dart just phases through the ghostly form. Oh, Arceus?
You've been fine. We'll climb around to here, and that's 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm still. I guess I'm on this corner here on that wall.
Yep.
What can I see?
So, Edward, on your turn, is your intent to get the fuck out of the hallway?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we will say that we will drop out of initiative for this time because you all can kind of move along the hallway and Edward and Marion can get out. The mechanisms of the trap still were the tubes still sliding around within the stonework, and some of you have these darts with acid dripping out of them, sticking out of your bodies. But we'll say that you can come forward. Oarshisk, you see this narrow hallway continue. Doesn't seem quite as disturbed as the one you were just in. And there's a little small passageway coming out to the left there.
First, though, I'm going to climb over to Faith. Hey, Faith.
Yeah?
I'm pretty badly hurt.
Me too.
Going
So
forward.
we're out of initiative. First, I'm going to take out my chalk and I'm going to write trap here, and with an arrow pointing towards the trap corridor. So that if I forget, I'll see you on the way back.
What language is it in?
Common.
Okay.
I don't know very many languages, so. And I guess I will heal Arashik. Either should I wait till he comes? I guess you can climb down a little bit so I can reach you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can take our time. So.
I mean, the square adjacent to you, above you.
Haha! I give you 58 hit points.
Oh, it's...
Clustered
I get
amongst this
33.
narrow corridor, you take a moment deep within.
And then I'm gonna
bowels of
heal
this one tower.
myself. Oof. For negative 2 hit points. And I will try to heal myself a second time. For 52 minus 7.
45.
Want to do math. Close enough. I'm good to go.
I'm
So
like
that
I'm
was
10 down, but
thir-
that's fine.
30 minutes.
Right.
From this point forward, Marin is going to be searching, and Edward is going to be scouting.
So, yeah, that's the easiest thing to do.
Alrighty.
I mean, I guess I'll also be searching then, because gutting doesn't do us any extra good.
Okay. You begin to come around on this side of the hallway.
I'm climbing still, just in case.
All right.
You're climbing as your exploration activity.
Oh,
I mean-
I saw
Ooh, I see something.
a token.
So,
So I round the corner here.
yep. Oarshisk. You round the corner and you see before you. This central chamber is bare of furnishings, though the floor bears many cracks and bits of broken mud. The corbelled arch of the ceiling rises to a height of 20 feet, and a 5-foot wide opening pierces the apex just south of its center. In addition to the rubble, the floor is scattered with other bits of debris, ranging from shards of wood and glass to strange bits of metal and pools of foul-smelling substances. From here, you notice what appears to be a conglomeration of metal and tubes and wires hanging in 2 alcoves, one to the north and one to the south. You see, standing at attention in their alcoves, unmoving, 2 constructs that each look like this. And as the metal monstrosities stand vigil in their alcoves, we will see what they do next time on Really Playing Games. The
It's a robot.
Extinction.